Hi, welcome to your favorite news program. Today we're going to talk about a future story that was made by Jose Luis Sanchez. How crisis in Venezuela affects the country and people? Venezuela crisis has created a lot of controversy due to the social networks and the news. It is said that Maduro is a corrupt and dictatorial president. In first place, the people decided him to govern him in the first elections he competed for presidency. Maduro has held the power as if his life depended on it, holding on to power. In the other side, Guido's opposition had worked hard to end up a Maduro government, but he still thinks that he is the leader of Venezuela. Maduro politics will have an impact on the country's inflation, taking it to levels never seen. But how is Maduro keeping the power? This sounds contradictory. No? In the first place, we have one word: corruption, which may explain the as a result in the last elections. It has been shown that 77.7% vote for Maduro, 21.2% vote for Falcon, but 52% abstain of voting. But this isn't all. Maduro created a program to sell subsidized food and the document called Carnet de la Patria, with you have access to bonuses and social programs. The subsidized food supposedly benefits 12 million people, and the other 16 million people. Maduro knows that Edward Teller comments the best weapon of a dictatorship is the secrecy. Maduro knows that if he wants to maintain in power, he will need from the army support, and so he knows well that he has given the military important positions of the control of the petroleum industry and the mining industry. So it is said that all of this explains why Maduro is still in power, even though the opposition fights against this. A clear example was the drone intent to kill the president, and it is reckoned that he still wants to be in power, despite the situation, because let's be sincere, who would react to have power and money? Remember that Plato affirmed that dictatorship naturally arises of the democracy, and the most aggravate from the tyranny and slavery out of the most extreme liberty. The other text that we are going to talk about is the Earth's Hero, made by Lucero Posada. The world is facing one of the biggest issues, the global warming. Every single person has heard about the greenhouse effect as the least one. Sadly, we are slowly killing the earth. The summer are hotter and the winter are cooler. The rain seasons are taking longer to arrive, and there are floods and droughts all around the world. Frankly, it's just a matter of time until the earth will not be habitable anymore. So it is our duty, as a society, try to reduce as much as we can the human fingerprint in the greenhouse effect effectively. If you ask me, there are a lot of ways to help the environment, such using reusable bags for doing the shopping, use the rule of 3R, take your thermo and dishes everywhere instead of using plastics. Save the water and electricity and avoid using your car when you can walk. But if you are thoroughly we want to make a difference, the best way is becoming vegetarian. Cows and sheep are responsible of 37% of the total methane generated by human activity, 30% of the Earth's entire land surface, A massive 70% of the agricultural land is used to be rearing farm animals. Livestock production is responsible for the 70% of the deforestation in the Amazon, where rainforests are having more clearance to create new pastures. According to PETA, in 1 year, Abejan save about 10,950 square feet of forest. In the other hand, a non-Bajan destroys about 10,500 square feet of forest. By meat being replaceable with the vegetarian sources of protein, we can reduce carbon and the other greenhouse gas emissions. The whole food production process of farm to plate totals 30% of the global greenhouse gas emission. So now that you know all of this, you don't have any excuses for not doing your best for helping save the planet. It is true that the meat, in fact, is so delicious and it is going to be difficult to get rid of it. But it is also true that this is the best way to help save the planet. Hopefully, if we all get together, we can have a brighter future. Thank you for watching me and see you the next week.